Welcome to Creative TV. We'll be exploring the historic and haunted town of Bodie. Is Bodie haunted? That's a good question. Bodie is located in Bridgeport, California, better known as Mono County, California. There is an entrance fee that you have to pay before entering. Make sure to check the weather conditions first and call for hours of operation before you plan your trip. The road to Bodie is bumpy. You can make it to Bodie in a car, but an SUV or 4x4 would be best. Bodie is a genuine California gold mining ghost town. Visitors can walk down the deserted streets of a town that once had 2,000 structures and a population of roughly 8,000 people. Bodie is a ghost town. Today, it looks much the same as it did over 50 years ago when the last residents left. To preserve the ghost town atmosphere, there are no commercial facilities at Bodie, such as food or gasoline. There is a bookstore inside the museum where you can purchase daily tours if you like. Here's a quick note. Dogs are permitted in Bodie but must be on a leash at all times. Please clean up after your pet. Dogs are not allowed on the stamp mill tour or in the museum. In this museum, you'll see a lot of history that was left behind here at Bodie, so take your time and explore. The town is named for Bodie, who had discovered small amounts of gold in hills north of Mono Lake. In 1875, a mine cave-in revealed a rich vein of ore, which led to the purchase of the mine by the Standard Company in 1877. People flocked to Bodie and transformed it from a town of a few dozen to a boomtown. In 1881, Bodie's bust began and the town's population declined. Mining officially ceased in Bodie in 1942, the final nail in the coffin for Bodie's township. Two large fires in 1892 and 1932 reduced the town's remaining structures down to less than 10% of the 2,000 structures that once stood. Here, we're looking at the old Methodist church. This historic church was built in 1882 and was one of the two churches in town. There were 65 saloons. The last church service was conducted in 1932, when all but a few families had left Bodie. Between the 1940s and 1962, when the state park system took over the town, the Methodist church was vandalized. Among other things, the original oilcloth that had the 10 Commandments painted on it was torn down and stolen. Today there's a large-size wire mesh fence blocking the entrance.
He still faced the possibility of contracting pneumonia or silicosis from breathing in the rock dust. With inadequate brakes and incompetent operators, many a miner lost his life in buckets or cages, free-falling 200, 400, and even 700 feet to the bottom of mine shafts. Though miners suffered through the death and mutilation, they had one ally, the Bodie Miners Union. In June of 1878, a miners' union hall was constructed. The miners' union eventually negotiated better working conditions for the miners, but never higher wages.
This is one of the homes that you can actually walk through, but be very careful because the floor feels like it's unstable to walk on. Walking through the front door straight ahead is the dining room. The room that we're looking at is the living room. James Stewart Kane residence. The old Standard Mine and Mills Complex, originally known as the Bunker Hill Mine when it was registered in 1861. It was later purchased for $67,000 by 4 individuals. Over a period of 25 years, the Standard Mine brought in approximately $15 million. It was later destroyed by fire in 1898. The mine was rebuilt over years, but eventually closing its operation in 1938. Bodie's Bar Saloon. Bodie's cemetery area includes 4 cemeteries: Ward's Cemetery, the Masonic Cemetery, the Miners' Union Cemetery, and the Chinese Cemetery, and an unofficial 5th cemetery, Boot Hill. This is the historic schoolhouse that was built in 1879, originally serving as the Bon Ton Lodging House. This beautiful pool table sits inside Bodie's main hotel room. Thank you for watching Creative TV. We'll see you at the next video.